All right, so now we're gonna accelerate first gear. Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and I'm driving the brand new Hyundai Elantra N. And guess what? This car comes with an 8-speed automatic, but we have the manual transmission. That's right, a 6-speed manual. Look at these aggressive seats. It almost reminds me of the seats that I had in my GLA 45. We'll find out in a minute if they're comfortable. Usually I don't have the car running yet because I want you guys to hear me start it. But listen to this. This is from a turbocharged 4-cylinder. Listen. Sounds pretty meaty, right? Sounds mean, right? It's awesome. So let's take a look at the car. Let's look under the hood. We got a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo, producing, I think, 286 horsepower. Such a windy day, forgive me. All right. This hood is heavy. I would like to see an aluminum hood here. All right, so we put our little prop rod in there. There we go. And there we do. Got the engine. Whoa, such a windy day. It sounds pretty good. The exhaust sounds great anyway. Here you can kind of hear that 4-cylinder sound with it, right? All right, so let's close that up. Close it down. Really windy, I might have to voice this over. So back seat, I'm 6 feet tall, and I could sit beside myself. It's all allergy pollen falling down. Now the only where I struggle here is headroom. It's like the 4 Series Grand Coupe. My head pretty much hits the roof here, but look how much legroom I have. A ton of legroom, like 5 Series legroom here. I have size 13 feet, and they're not even close to the seat in front of me. Real good cockpit here, sporty. I like the digital gauges that kind of imitate analog gauges. 6-speed manual and a manual parking brake. You know you can't take a driver's test now in New Jersey without a manual parking brake for your instructor next door to you. So this is important. You kids, you want to take your driver's test, get an Elantra N. All right, so let's go to the front. Lots of trunk room in this car. You have the all the electronic nannies here, a decent stereo system. HVAC controls, have another 12-volt outlet, probably for your radar detector, because you're going to need one driving this car. We can do in drive modes here. So drive mode, we're going to drive in sport. And I love this manual parking brake. So we have cameras here. This car is equipped as $33,900, so just under $34,000. Let's take it for a spin. Look at the clarity of the camera. Oh, it even tells us the weather. Always cloudiness in Jersey. All right, now this is front wheel drive, so this is probably as much horsepower as we're going to put through the front wheels. You know, once you get to like 300 horsepower, you get all that torque steer. So we'll drive it now. We're going to accelerate on the highway, take it through some great back roads that'll really test the handling, and then we'll see if this car's all about. On the channel, we drove the Veloster N a few years ago on these very same roads, and I love that car. So thank you, Hyundai, for making this a manual. Before we get on the highway and do our acceleration, this would be a great time to subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Friday, and sometimes Wednesday, depending how much I have in the queue. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, or you'll miss that Wednesday video. Like and share this video so our channel can grow, and always leave a comment below. Comment and like are the 2 biggest ways for me to grow on YouTube. The more I grow, the more press cards I get. All right, so we're going to accelerate onto the highway. We'll do 2 accelerations here. 1 acceleration, get off on the first exit. Another acceleration, then we'll take these unbelievable back roads, and we could give a good review of the car. All right, so we're gonna accelerate. We're in 2nd gear. Whoa, you really feel that turbocharged power. There was torque steer, did you see that? And there's torque steer again. That's the only downside with front wheel drive, is that torque steer. Where we're gonna go with it in a moment, we'll really test our handling of it. We'll see if this car understeers. The seats feel pretty comfortable for me. I feel it's holding me in the seat without being too snug or uncomfortable. I think I could take this car on a long trip and be comfortable based on how the seat feels. It does remind me a lot of my GLA seats. All right, so I don't know who invented you merging on the highway from the left lane with no run-on lane, so we have to pick our spots here. Shoot, we'll let these cars go. and we'll go after this Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. All right, wait till you see the roads we're going to take this baby on. All right, so now we're going to accelerate. First gear, second gear, sub-torque steer. I love that this car is a stick and has a manual parking brake. I mean, for a $33,000, $34,000 car, this is great. You know, the average car costs $40,000 now, and you could have this car, this performance, this much fun to drive for less. I almost don't believe this is the price of the car. It seems excellent for a lot of value for that price. And please get the manual. Most people are going to choose the 8-speed auto. You know they will. You're going to have a better resale value with the manual because at some point they may drop the manual. And you're just going to have way more fun. If we want new car makers, wow, there's so much power. If we want a lot of wind noise, though, it's a very windy day, but I guess I'm going fast. But faster than I thought. So deceptive speed. You don't realize how quick this car is. I'm hitting the gas in 4th gear, and yeah. But if we want manufacturers to keep making manual transmissions, you have to buy them. You can't say, all right, it comes in manual, but you know, my spouse may drive it once every 6 months, so I'm going to get the automatic. Nah, then you won't see any manuals anywhere. All right, so now this road is going to have a lot of tight off-camber turns, and we'll test the handling out. Let's see if we can merge safely, accelerate. This turbo power is addictive. So I'm a naturally aspirated guy. My favorite cars are my old NSX S2000 E46 M3, but the turbo motors have hooked me ever since I had my CLA and 45 GLA and 45 AMG and CLA. You know, I've been addicted to turbo cars too. This car just feels so much faster with the turbos. All right, so it's a 6-speed manual. We'll go up to 4th gear, then we'll downshift to 3rd gear. Now the clutch is pretty vague. I can't really tell where the clutch catches. And the shifter isn't the tightest either. It's a little bit sloppy. But kudos for making the manual, and I would definitely get the manual. All right, so now here's going to be the test because we're going to have off-camber tight turns. We're in 3rd gear right now. Plenty of power coming on the turns. I'm going to trail brake just because it's front-wheel drive. Little understeer there, but that's to be expected. That was off-camber. And of course, we're going to be behind the dump truck. Well, fun's over, right? Well, what we're going to do is we'll turn around and go back the other way. All right, you guys want to take those turns again? Let's do it. 2nd gear, and let's go. We'll take those turns the opposite way now. This car is a lot of fun. Whoa, this car is fast. Wow, so now we're in 3rd gear. The road's going to tighten up here. Brakes work well. With the turbos, we can keep it in the power band. So this is different. We just drove the Miata, new Miata on this road, and you definitely lose momentum if you have to brake or come off the gas. Here with the turbos, you just get right back on it. Tight turn here. Now where I had to go down a 2nd in a car like the Miata, here I could stay in 3rd gear, no problem. Plenty of power. This, you know, this car feels pretty fast, it really does. Now you get the lane keeping is on, so it's pulling me. It looks like it gets decent gas mileage. Aggressive driving here, getting 22 miles to the gallon. Wow, this is pretty exciting. I like it. let's see. Let's just downshift to second for the fun of it. We're going to rev match. Wow, it definitely has power. I got some torque steer there on acceleration. There's that Miata I'm talking about. That's the best color for it too. It's got a pretty good ride. I mean, these seats are comfortable, aggressive, but comfortable. Wow. This thing's got punch. Now, we drove on the same exact roads. You can check out that video. I drove the Elantra N, stick shift, front wheel drive, obviously less power. And that one rang in about $30,000. Pretty well equipped. And I think I probably would have taken money, no object, and they still sell for over MSRP even to this day, the Civic Type R. I like the Type R better, but spending money, your own money, where money is an object, I would be perfectly happy with the Elantra N. And so far, I'll tell you, I'll be very happy with the Elantra N. This is really a good car. Wow. I'm going to get rid of the lane keeping here. Good. All right, we'll do a couple more highway accelerations and then we'll end the video. This car packs some punch. It really does. Feels faster than it is, which is a good thing. All right, so we're going to go down to second. Let this Mercedes go. And it really has some punch there. It's a beautiful SL Mercedes in front of us. Gorgeous car. Perfect for a day like today. I really love that this comes in stick, so thanks so much for making this car in stick shift. And if we want to have stick shift cars, we have to buy stick shift cars. Hyundai is doing a fantastic job where you can't get a stick shift in a Ferrari, but you can get a stick shift in a performance Hyundai. Something is wrong with that world. This is one of the most fun cars I've driven today. Certainly, probably the best front-wheel drive car I've driven. Now we can go up through the gears. It's a 6-speed. If you've never driven stick and you don't know what gear you're in, it actually tells you. We're going to turn around here and we'll do one last acceleration. All right, so now we're downshift. All right, so now we're going to do one last acceleration. See if we get any torque steer. Yep, we got torque steer. So this is probably the limit for horsepower that you could do for a car, front-wheel drive car, without getting that torque steer. But believe me, it's plenty power on the road. You won't drive this car and say, I need it to be faster. I'm sure there's aftermarket tunes and stuff you can do, but this is plenty of power for the street. This is not a car you're taking to the track. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and always comment below. So 2 things you can do for me every video that really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm is like the video and leave a comment. And remember, if you watch this far, you should be a subscriber. Hit the notification bell if you are. And I post at least 2 videos a week, sometimes 3 if I have extra content. Monday and Friday always at 7 a.m. Eastern, and Wednesday if I have some extra videos, but you won't know unless you hit that notification bell. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.